Oh, all right, man. We back like cook crack in the building. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, supporting the channel. Hit the link tree. You can find me on X, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts going away, Apple Podcasts, the whole nine. Want to support the channel? Cash App $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. Roll the bottom screen. All that's PayPal plus PayPal link is in the link tree in the description. So shout out to everybody that support the channel. Best way to support the channel is share the video. Shout out to everybody watching on Kick, Twitch, and Twitter and YouTube. It's YouTube Goodfella TV. So yeah. We in the building, man. We in the building. We're gonna talk about Gervonta Davis won't fight Shakur Stevenson because he moves, and we're gonna talk about the comments that Calvin Ford made on a platform called Marco's Corner. Um, and like I said before, you got people still championing Tank Davis as a good fighter. And like I said, in today's society, sucker shit is celebrated. Real niggas is real. You know, real niggas is being doing real nigga shit or being real is frowned upon. So y'all know how I go. All this sucker shit, niggas wearing purses and shit, niggas flashing purses, wearing tight ass jeans, niggas and living in their emotions, being overly emotional, and all that shit. That shit is starting to all that shit is cool. I seen a nigga at the gym who was dressed like Lil Uzi Vert, no kizzy, no cap. So I'm like, dog, who the fuck want to dress like that nigga? Want to act like that nigga? But all the sucker shit. They used to be sucker shit when we was growing up, bro. It's cool now. It's cool. It's cool. You got a bunch of chicks on the internet who love to tell you how they side chicks and hoes and people, and they champion that shit now. So you gotta protect your soul today, bro. You gotta protect your sanity. And also, we're gonna talk about, like I said, I heard rumors that Al Heyman think Errol Spence is damaged goods. So we're gonna speak on that as well too. So, uh, we could start there, and then I'll just cook on Tank for the majority of the time. So, I got a phone call, from somebody on the PBC side of things for the most part, and you know, uh, and basically said that Al Heyman think Errol Spence is done, and like I said, and Carcino said it, um, that the plan was for Errol Spence to fight Keith Thurman and then get a retirement fight versus Canelo Alvarez, and that's why uh Al Heyman wasn't trying to get him to fight Terrence Crawford. They never thought that he can beat Terrence Crawford, and they knew that I guess they didn't really believe in I guess they really didn't believe that he can go up and wait and get a title. So they had a contingency plan where they was ready to retire. They was ready for him to do two fights and be done with it. And Errol Spence said, "No, I want to go ahead and fight Terrence Crawford." And at the end of the day, Terrence Crawford guaranteed him a nice amount of money. Where had he lost to Keith Thurman, I ain't saying that that was the case. That he felt like had he lost to Keith Thurman, um, I'm not saying that's the case, but had he lost to Keith Thurman, he probably wouldn't have made what he made versus Terrence Crawford or whatever. So for the most part, it basically said that Al Heyman, you don't think Errol Spence gonna bounce back after this Terrence Crawford fight, and there's already was a contingency plan for him to pretty much retire. Now, he posted something that people say, well, it sounds like Errol Spence retiring. He said, no, I ain't retiring. And obviously, when you don't retire on your own merit or do your own will, he probably want to show Al Heyman that he ain't done yet. But you got to understand, where they gonna throw him back into the firing pan, and they gonna throw him in there with Tim Zoo. Is they gonna throw him in there like if he take a tune up, his money, the money gonna be funny. Al Heyman ain't got no money yet as it is, and investors, a lot of the investors are mad at Errol Spence because they gave Al Heyman the money for Canelo Alvarez because they believed that um, Canelo Alvarez and Errol Spence was gonna fight. That was part of the Canelo deal. And I said that I said that when Canelo first was supposed to sign the PBC when he first fought Caleb Plant. I said that I heard I heard that Errol Spence was part of the original fight plan. And that was supposed to be the case. Errol Spence was supposed to be a part of the original 3-fight plan. And at the end of the day, Canelo ended up negotiating where he would only fight Caleb Plant and didn't have to sign a 3 or 2-fight deal with the PBC. Remember, he pulled out and came in. I was the only one saying that Errol Spence was part of that deal. And for the most part, you got to respect Errol Spence going against the grain on Al Haymon and, going out there and fighting, Terrence Crawford. Now, I think, I was hearing that people in Dallas was starting to pretty much demand it, and he couldn't go to the barbershop no more because niggas was hounding him about the fight. And then if you think about it real quick too, Errol Spence still ain't made no public appearance for real. He didn't come to the Charlo fight. I heard he didn't come to the Charlo fight because he didn't feel like dealing with media. He didn't feel like dealing with the media, asking him about how he doing and everything that happened in the fight and all that type shit. So at the end of the day, he still ain't did a public interview. He still ain't sat down. PBC could have had him sit down and they could have did a little interview. He still ain't spoke publicly about that ass whooping he done took. And for what I understand, they are planning on him to be done or finished. So I don't know if that means he gonna be at the back of the line with PBC or whatever it may be. But going into that fight and for the entirety before the car accident and during the recovery from that car accident and after the car accident, they never believed that he can beat Terrence Crawford. They never believe he can beat Terrence Crawford. And Errol Spence just got tired of niggas in his neighborhood and people in his community, starting to believe the narrative that he was ducking Errol Spence. So at the end of the day, he a dude with pride. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the downfalls of living back at the crib. You hear everything. Oh, this nigga acting funny. Oh, this nigga changing. He think because he got a rape, he better than us. This is why I tell people, man, when you level up, man, you know what I'm saying? Help from afar. Rebuild from afar, man. And most of these rappers, man, they die in their own community, bro. They die in their own community. And a lot of and this is me speaking on the outside looking in. Just knowing how hard it is to have something in the hood or have something in your community and be able to have it and not have to deal with envy and jealousy. You see the shit that they talking about with Nipsey Hussle and shit. Niggas, your own crew can be jealous of you. Today, your own mama can love you, gonna love you different if you bringing money to the table. Trust and believe me. Your sisters, your brother, your sister want to come over, cook you dinner. Everybody love you different when you bringing something to the table, when you got money. So why would it be any different when he go in the hood? Everybody treating it was nothing but trouble for him to. And I'm just saying this. It was, and this go for me if I was in this position. I ain't no different than him. Ain't nothing but trouble when you make it, and you stay in your community. Ain't nothing but trouble. Nipsey Hussle tried to build a store and try to rebuild his community. The very same community took him up under. And I got to agree with Charleston White when he said, he figured out that wasn't nothing but poor niggas trying to come back and help the community. Wealthy and rich niggas don't come back and try to help the community. And if they coming back helping the community, it's through the NBA program, the NFL program. You know what I'm saying? How many niggas you know in your community? How many kids you know in your community got helped by St. Jude or a Make-A-Wish Foundation? I don't never see nobody that look like me on them damn Make-A-Wish and St. Jude shit. When you put that, they ask you at Dairy Queen, you want to round up into the nearest or add $1 or donate, you don't never see them niggas, them motherfuckers in your community that look like you benefit from that shit. Tell me I'm lying. All that lottery money, how much of that lottery money you think go to the major public schools? They shoveling all that money out to the suburbs and shit. We don't see that money at all. So Errol Spence staying in his community, why he made it, It was the biggest red flag. I guarantee you all about 90% of the shit that he went through, that he dealt with, that we do or don't know about, wouldn't have happened if he would have left Dallas. I'm telling you. The whole, the Charleston White was talking about how he fell out with old boy and all them, the LBZ and all them niggas fell out over a bitch. Over some females. And I'm telling y'all, 99.9% of the time, when men fall out with each other, it's over some money or it's over a broad or the mixture of the two. That's why Big Me said, we ain't falling out over no hoes this way. Come on, man. Think about it. You break up with a girl, she get mad because she felt like you did dirty. What are most of these hoes gonna do? They're gonna go try to fuck your homeboy. Your homeboy, he probably got love for you, but niggas is weak. They got no dick control, like Eddie Murphy said. You niggas ain't got no dick control. You young, you dumb, y'all fighting over hoes. And a lot of his self-inflicted wounds was the decisions to live in that city. I'm telling you, bro. That's his self-inflicted wound. Ain't the hood gonna take me under, man. What did MCA say? The hood gonna take me under. You don't owe your community shit, especially if you black. You don't owe your community shit. Trust me. You be wanting to get if you do, you want to get back to the kids and all that shit, man. Them niggas shit. A lot of his self-inflicted wounds, bro. One of his wounds was self-inflicted. And you put anybody, you put any average person that's on here and say, well, Earl's stupid, this, that, and the third. You put them, you give him the success, you give them the money, and you tell them to live in their hometown, especially if they live shit in a small town. You tell them that shit, we all gonna majority fail. We probably ain't gonna make it as far as he did. Look at the kid Carl Dargins. That was the guy they said that was giving Bud to work in the Olympic. In the Olympic, they was getting ready for the Olympics and the amateurs. And Gary Russell was talking shit about it, and that's where that's who he was clowning Bud for getting touched up by that day. And that's when they got the fight. And Carl Dargins, what'd he do? A bitch destroyed his career, chasing pussy, allegedly. He married to Lil Mo. Having kids, running the streets. Ain't nothing good coming when you young, you focusing on women, you staying in your own neighborhood. Ain't nothing good. That's like you chasing money and you putting hurdles in front of you. Instead of running 200, 100 meters straight, you jumping over hurdles. You add baby mamas, or you add women to the equation. You add I'm living in my own community in the equation. Then you got the family and friends sack chasing and nickel chasing when you made it. All you doing, you running the race with self-imposed hurdles and another nigga that's focused, who then moved out of Dallas, a nigga that moved to Louisiana. He done relocated somewhere to Iowa, to Washington, and all that. Why you think the Benavidez just got up out of Arizona? Brother got shot. Fuck this career up. Where they go move to Washington? I don't know why they pick Washington, but they moved to Washington. His career was derailed by living in Dallas, bro. Any young nigga gonna fail. LeBron was the exception. But Nike, probably how much dirt Nike probably covered up for LeBron? You know how much dirt Nike covered up for Michael Jordan? LeBron was the exception. He was the exception. So how far Errol Spence made it is amazing, bro. But when you give a young nigga money, can't nobody tell him nothing, bro. When you become the breadwinner, when you become the money, you the vocal point of the family, can't nobody tell you nothing. You can't tell me ain't nobody pulling him aside and say, man, I think you need to go ahead and leave the city. That's common fucking sense. That's common sense. That's common fucking sense. That's his biggest mistake. All the wounds and all the car accidents that he dealt with, all was self-imposed by staying in Dallas. Please believe me. They would have said, okay, man, you see what Floyd did for Tank Davis. What did he say? I got to tank a penthouse, just don't go back to the crib. You got your penthouse in Vegas. I'm going to furnish it, give you a car, make sure your mama good. Just stay in Vegas. What Tank do? Allegedly, Tank sold all the shit. According to Paul Malignaggi, he allegedly went back to Baltimore and got in a whole bunch of motherfucking problems. He on house arrest for going back home. All these cautionary tales throughout sports. And I say this, and you got to keep it fair. I say this about the women. All these cautionary tales throughout sports. And I keep saying, like, how are we still having a high teen pregnancy rate when we have 30, 40, 50, 60 years of data showing why that's not healthy in the black community. Because we got whores raising whores. And when it comes to this situation, we got plenty of history on guys who made it, who want to stay in their community, who want to stay in their hood, who want to, feel like it's all good in the hood, and don't shit good come from it. Only way you can go back to the hood is when you, at the twilight of your career, you mature, you know what to look out for. And I don't think he damaged goods. So I don't know if that means he on the back burner. I don't know if Al gonna give him the run around. Because you got to remember, he hired management. He hired different management. People tend to forget that. He hired different management. People forget he hired different management. So I don't know if he on Al's shit list. I don't know if y'all gonna see Earl for quite some time, bro. The cataract recovery is what? 4 to 6 weeks, maybe 4 to 8 weeks. I read. So y'all might not see Earl for a very long time. Remember, you ain't seen Keith Thurman in 2 years. You ain't seen Stayonis in a year. You ain't seen Jamel Charlo for over a year when he got in the ring. You ain't seen Jamal Charlo in almost 2 years before he got in the ring. So if Al mad at him for fucking up the Canelo bag and Al think he finished, you think he a priority with 12 to 15 fight dates? You think he a priority? They're like, well, the Terrence Crawford fight won't sell. What fight would Errol Spence gonna sell? Think about that for a minute. If he move up in weight, what's gonna sell? He gonna want a certain amount of money. He gonna want to be on pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? You got to ask the question: Will you see him again in the ring? And if they saying, I got from a credible source saying that I don't think he done, I don't think he gonna be a priority, bro. I don't think he gonna be a priority. You think he gonna stay in shape all this time, bro? That motherfucker might come back 168 pounder. The man might be done. And when you hear rumors that he was already planning retirement, they was planning to cash him out, retire versus Canelo, Keith and Canelo, dog. When you start speaking that, come on, man. You might get Earl in 1 or 2 more fights. You might. Do you feel bad for a guy who got to retire early? Yeah, absolutely. He made a mistake. Whatever happened in that car that night where he got into a car accident, it was a fucking mistake. We all make them. He persevered. He came back. He won more world titles. But this is what I'm telling y'all. Y'all can't keep prolonging these fights, bro. They need to start a trend of making the fights right away. If you're a world champion, I'm a world champion. I got belts. They should make the Shakur, the Tanks, the Haneys, the Lomas. All of them should be fighting. Benavidez, Canelo, all them fights should be happening. Slowly but surely, mainstream television is moving away from boxing. It's moving away from boxing. Come on, you got to remember the Top Rank deal up in 2025. People forget that the Top Rank deal is up in 2025. And we ain't heard shit about an extension. They gave all that money to Pat McAfee. Now they saying that Stephen A. Smith can they saying that Stephen A. Smith could command up to $20 million, you know, when he become a free agent. So if they throwing that type of money out, they pay Pat McAfee $85-100 million. But the problem with that, you want to know the problem with that is Pat McAfee lost controlling rights over his platform. So when Aaron Rodgers said what he said about Jimmy Kimmel, guess what? They don't want Aaron Rodgers on their network. He don't have creative control no more. But everybody got a price. Everybody got mad when they sold Versus. Everybody got a price. People got mad when QC and them sold Quality Control. Everybody got a price. Sometimes it makes sense. It's history. We created, they take it. Def Jam. Come on. A lot of these dudes selling their masters and selling their publishing. And they buying this shit up. So, you know, for Errol, man, like if it's it, it's it. But a lot of what happened was staying in his neighborhood. Was staying in his community. You know, black man, we feel like we owe somebody shit. We feel like we like the most loyalist creatures on the planet. Me and Kofi was talking about, you know, it was a video I think Kofi sent me about black male suicides being highest amongst any ethnic group, right? We so loyal, bro. We are very loyal people, bro. Very loyal. Very loyal. And you feel like you owe it to your community. You feel like you owe it to a woman. You feel like you owe it to your family. And I'm gonna end off on this before I read some comments and switch lanes. Man, you gotta be like that dude from the Dallas Cowboys, Tyron Smith. That motherfucker cut his whole family off for trying to use and abuse him. You don't owe nobody shit. Listen to me. You don't owe your mama shit. You don't owe your daddy shit. You ain't asked to be here. You don't owe nobody shit. If somebody using and abusing you and they taking advantage of you and they becoming a problem, remove them from your life, no matter who it is. Don't let nobody shame you. Don't nobody emotionally manipulate you. You don't owe a motherfucking soul nothing. Unless you feel like you owe a motherfucker because what they did something that's solid. You don't owe nobody nothing. You don't owe the community. You don't owe the hood. You don't owe, you know, the kids. You don't owe nobody. Unless you created some kids, that's the only motherfucker you owe. And they put a lot on black guys' plate. And that's why the suicide rate so high. They put a lot on our plate. You're an emotional support. You battling other ethnic groups for jobs. You battling your women. You battling hating ass niggas that don't like you for no reason. You battling affirmative reaction. You battling with immigrants now. Ain't no assistance. Ain't no food stamps. Ain't no Section 8. All motherfucking pain and hustle. See, at least we could say, hey, you know what? We go through some shit and we take the coward's way out, and it is what it is. I ain't, you know, I'm talking in code. I ain't mad. I'm mad. Whatever you choose to do. But it's a dude in Chicago. I was watching on Anton Daniels' channel. It's a dude in Chicago that just took his whole family out. Minus his son. Said, I worked 40 years. Y'all still don't show me no respect. Took the daughter, took the wife out, and let the son, you know he wasn't black. At least we ain't doing that shit. You know, we hunted every day. It's a lot of pressure, bro. A lot of pressure. You can't hairstyle a certain way, they won't hire you. You racially profile when you drive through in your own neighborhood. I understand, bro. I definitely understand. He said Tank's next pay-per-view is trash. I'm going to steal it like them Baltimore dudes. Damn. He says it's true that Al Haymon spending Floyd's money to keep PBC alive. I can't speak on it. I don't know. Tell you what's going on. Yeah, I ain't been posting on there. I'm gonna start back posting, man. I created some content to post. I just ain't uploaded it, bro. So I'll post soon. I'm just taking my time, bro. A little busy. But yeah, I did have content to post. I just ain't posted it. Kofi, salute. Shout out to Kofi Universe. Go subscribe to Kofi for the latest, greatest news in hip hop and album reviews. D-Ray live on the drive. Salute. Shout out to AK. Salute. Jocelyn. Salute. Juliet's not sure. It's Metro Chicago. That answer. It's the Metro to Chicago area. So it's the metropolitan area. If I'm mistakenly, that's the metropolitan area. So they still gonna blame Chicago, nigga. Like they say, well, Detroit population has, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, like we talking about Detroit population, it's 700,000 something. Or whatever. I don't know what and they always want to, create the metropolitan area. Like when they talking about the malice, at the motherfucking palace. Oh, this in Detroit. No, it wasn't. But anything in the metropolitan area, they gonna put it on the major city. Shout out to Frank's Journey 101. Salute. He said, "Yeah, you're right, CJ. It's sad to say, but all over this planet, if you're a black man for black people, yeah, man, this shit. I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Like I said before, I was telling Kofi, man. Like I be trying to see it from different vantage points and points of view. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy out here. But like I said, a lot of Errol Spence shit was that he didn't get out the hood. That's what I will say. He said it was a girl who lied on her ex. Said she gave. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, she gave him the monster, and she came back and said that she was lying. Dude proved the allegation was false, but he was contemplating taking himself. Yeah, yeah. I heard she came out and said that it was false. We attacked on all level, bro. Some women see us as sex fetishes. You know what I'm saying? Like we attacked on all levels, bro. Like and the brother AQ, go check his channel out. Great channel. I mean, he said it the best, bro. You know, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. And I definitely agree with that. Focus on yourself. Fuck these hoes. You know, after a while, you can just buy a bitch, man. That's how I look at it. You get your money right, just buy a bitch. That's all they all for sale. That's all they talk about. Shit, you just rent a bitch like you used to rent a Blockbuster video. No cap. That's what it comes to. Ain't these women today ain't no wives, bro. They ain't no wives. Especially in the US, it's probably less than 2 or 3% of women are wives. You know, all these women love situationships. But let's talk about what Coach Calvin said. I don't have the rights to play the video, but basically, Coach Calvin said that Coach Gervonta Davis, he said that, he berated Shakur Stevenson's performance. He berated Shakur Stevenson's performance versus, matter of fact, I'll play it, man. For fair use. Hopefully, dude don't get mad. If he do, it is. I hope he don't get mad. You know what? I ain't gonna chance it. If I knew dude, I would do it. I don't know. So basically, what he said was that Shakur Stevenson, his last performance was terrible, and why would he put Tank in the ring with him? Where because he was moving and Tank can't do what Tank want to do and knock him out because everybody expect Tank to knock him out. And he can't win unless he knocks Shakur Stevenson out. That's what he's saying. So basically, he said, why would I put him in the ring and Shakur move too much? And Tank can't do what he do. But I thought as your job as a trainer and his job as a fighter was to stop the your opponent from doing what they do best. I thought that was the objective, to stop the opponent from what they do best, cut the ring off and go to work. So like I said before, it was some trouble. They've been saying sucker shit. And they just here to get the money and leave. That's it. It's simple as that. They here to get the money and leave. Well, Shakur last performance was terrible. The fans don't want to pay to see that. That's what he said. And I'm just thinking the fans don't want to pay to see Tank keep fighting bullshit competition. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, if it smell like a dude don't have confidence, they don't have confidence in them. They don't. They don't think they can beat these. They don't think they can beat these guys. So they want to keep putting Tank in there with guys that's gonna stand in front of Tank, and Tank can continue to knock them out. And that's what they gonna do. So, and as long as they got fans that's gonna buy tickets, as long as they got fans that's gonna champion what Tank is doing, they're gonna keep doing it, bro. They're gonna keep doing it. And at the end of the day, hey, if it's working, why fix it? If it's working, why fix it? And that was, I mean, it ain't even no shocking comment. Social media show you that people don't have no shame in that game. People get vulnerable. If you let somebody put enough cameras, or you let somebody talk enough, they gonna tell you what it is. And time again, Tank Davis team has told us what it is. You know what I'm saying? They told us what it is. They ain't trying to fight nobody. They here to get the bag and just hit the back door. And if as long as you got enough fans saying that Tank ain't gotta fight Devin, Tank ain't gotta fight Shakur, Tank ain't gotta fight Loma, Tank ain't gotta fight this guy, that guy, keep doing what they doing. If it's fat in their pockets, it work. But I think even people that sit there and try not to see the writing on the wall, kind of similar with Errol Spence. When people act like they don't want to see the writing on the wall, they see it, they hear it, they know what it is. They know what it is. For a coach to come out and now the coaches are now coming out sounding like promoters and managers and sounding like these scary ass fighters. Well, or why are you my coach if you can't show me how to cut the ring off and take this guy out? So why don't I put him in the ring with somebody that he can't knock out? He can't beat. So do I really want to see these fights where these dudes, get in the ring with each other and they don't have full confidence that they can go out there and accomplish the mission and take the opposition out? I don't think I want to see that. I don't think I want to see that, bro. And those were some sad comments that you hear a coach make. A stand-up guy like Calvin Ford say. They want guys who are gonna be flat-footed, standing right in front of them. I'm just telling you, man, like the world is in a fucked up place. Athletes ain't athletes no more. Cool ass niggas ain't cool ass niggas no more. I looked at that. I didn't even like flinch or laugh at the interview. I really didn't. Cause they've been, the other coach Kenny and all them niggas been on sucker shit for a while now. They have. And then you got these other motherfucking YouTubers that feel, that push that bullshit. That pushes, so it's not okay. Where's your journalistic or journalist integrity? Where's your platform integrity? Where's your integrity as a fight fan? Where is it? It's just a big old yellow school bus of dick riding, dick sucking. That's all it is. If a nigga give you an interview, I'm ride with him. He cool with me. Just because I ride with you, when you wrong, you wrong. I'm gonna call a spade, bro. And a lot of y'all niggas got parents just like this. A lot of y'all got brothers and sisters just like this. A lot of y'all niggas got homies like this. When you wrong and out of pocket, a real motherfucker gonna tell you, yo, no matter how much money, how much clout you got, if you gonna cut them off, hey nigga, you wrong. You out of pocket. You wrong. Somebody gonna be like, yeah, bro, you wrong. Just keeping it real. No, these niggas, yeah, man, Shakur boring as hell. Nobody want to see that nigga fight. But y'all watch them fight Hector Luis Garcia. But a lot of them same niggas that champion and put Tank on the pedestal and justify the whole shit he do, they want to sit here and say, well, Canelo, and they want to say, well, Canelo ain't this or Canelo ain't nah. You can't say that. You can't say that. This dude literally don't want to fight nobody, and it's pathetic. And what makes it pathetic is that you just see the ability, but you don't see the will. You don't see the belief. You see the ability. Now, if the nigga was overrated like Ryan Garcia, I don't care if Ryan Garcia stayed in the shallow end of the pool, got tossed into the deep end of the pool. You know he ain't shit. You see Tank with the footwork, the hand speed, the accuracy, the power. You feel like, bro, if he fought most of these guys, he should be able to beat them. And he could be the true face of boxing. But that heart pumping purple Kool-Aid, bro, he don't believe. And when you in this boxing game, nigga, when you a man, what my man's tell Mr. Bird tell my man's Maceo and motherfucking James Brown Get On Up movie is my movie. He said, man, don't be fooled. Every person that walk with James Brown walk a little bit taller because they with James Brown. Think about it. I'll give one of you niggas $1 million right now. Come on, man. Y'all gonna feel like y'all the shit. Y'all gonna walk a little bit taller. Y'all gonna be more confident. You know what I'm saying? But niggas that's confident from a zero all the way to a hero. Niggas who got self-belief and self-confidence from a zero all to the hero. You feel like you that nigga when you got $1. You feel like you that nigga when you got $1 billion. That's a rare trait. When you are confident with who you are and your abilities, no matter what it is, if it's chopping game to women, if it's getting women, if it's basketball, if it's football, if it's whatever you do at your 9 to 5, this game is a lot about confidence. When they say the game is 80% mental, 20% physical, about 90% of that, 80% of it being mental is confidence. And when you truly don't believe, or you truly don't believe your ability, it shows. It shows. It shows. When your team don't believe, it shows. The way your matchmaker move you and your promoter, your manager move you, it shows. That's how you can tell if somebody good. If somebody on the fast track and they coming in and they killing shit, and they moving, I want to fight everybody, man. Come on. And that's why a lot of fighters, when they get to the top of the mountain and shit, and they reach their goal and their pinnacle and they become the 100 and not the 100 no more, their confidence level, they not hungry no more. Their confidence change. Look at Keith Thurman when he was on the come up, barking at Paulie, barking at Broner. Said, "I about to knock that Broner door." Broner wouldn't answer it. Barking at Floyd, but when he became the guy for a minute, his whole demeanor changed. You know what I'm saying? You think Jeff Bezos was that nigga when he was doing Amazon out his garage? You think he the same? You think his confidence the same as it was then, as it is that he got all that money with that bad bitch he walking around with now, that's wearing see-through shit he just married? No, he ain't the same. He ain't the same. That's a very, very rare trait that you have in men. And a lot of men, ugly, smugly, tall, short, a lot of dudes that live in that's confident, you know what I'm saying? They get a lot out of life. They get all the women. The difference between dudes that get women and don't get women is simply confidence. It's simply the ability to have a conversation, the ability to go shoot the shot. That's it. You hear women on TikTok all the time. That's it. And when you in this game and you don't got confidence, it's only a matter of time, bro. It's only a matter of time. It's only so long fake thugs can pretend. What Jay-Z say? He said, I watched all the local news in different cities, and it's crazy the stuff you actually hear that's going on in these cities, the small cities and the big cities. That's why I love streaming. Yep. Shit is wild. Do you think Bud will fight this year? Yeah. I don't know who. I think he will. Abdul, why tweet? Wow. AK says never gonna make this fight happen. Devin should just focus on making TO instead. Tank baby champion. Kids are Rust Belt. AB, what's going on? Ernest, what's going on? So, I mean, yeah, when your coach sounding like that, bro, and Calvin is supposed to be a really solid dude. When your coach is sounding like that, bro, ain't nothing more to say about it. It ain't nobody gonna get mad at Tank. His fanboys ain't gonna get mad at Tank. We fight Frank Martin. That's still a good fight. That's still a good fight. That's still a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Come on. And let's go through the comments real quick, right? Check this out. So this is the interview he did with Mark KO Corner. I think that's what he wanted to be called, boxing. Mark KO Boxing. He says you conveniently skipped the part out when he said he knows Shakur is gonna run and not stand there and fight. And like I said, they're going to justify sucker shit. If a guy is a mover, your job is to stop him from moving. Simple as that. Simple as that. Come on, man. Simple as that. Like, yeah, I said a podcast. Shout out to my boy over there. He said heavy dose of flat-footed Hispanics on the menu for Tank. That's what Floyd did when he finally made it. He said this dude unveiled so much and he didn't even realize it. I mean, shit, he ain't unveiled nothing we already didn't know. He ain't say nothing that we already didn't know. They ain't want to fight nobody. Come on. So Tank gonna fight guys he can knock out. Come on, man. You heard what the man said, my boy RB the baller. So when we sit here and we continue to talk about these things, bro, they'll tell you that I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Ernest say, I just got back from city council meeting. You're right about that. Told you. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna tell you this, if you go back and watch The Wire, if you watched it as a kid or a teenager, go back and watch The Wire, and especially if you 30s, mid 30s, you know what I'm saying, or you more politically aware now, go back and watch The Wire. It's so many jewels in there that it's corruption. It's corrupt. They don't care shit. That's why I tell people, get your bread up, do what you got to do, get your bread up, and protect your seed, and get the fuck out of the hood. Get out of there. Niggas need to get vasectomies and be done with it, bro. Or wrap it up. Pull out with the rubber. Shout out to my boy Minister Jack. Pull out with the rubber. I'm pushing niggas to get vasectomies, all that shit, bro. You can reverse that shit too. All that, man. Don't fuck your life up, bro. That's what it's gonna do. Man, it ain't good people out here, bro. Ain't no good people out here for real, bro. Church girls ain't even good no more. Church niggas ain't even good no more. It's demons that's preaching in the pulpit right now. You feel me? So you gotta, what Coach Al said, protect your meat, money, energy, and time. Focus on yourself. You ain't missing nothing out there. Stack your bread up. You want to go to some of these fights, enjoy yourself. You ain't gonna worry about Keisha calling you about the baby, her using the money you giving her in the child support to fund her nails, giving it to our side nigga and all that. What Project Pack say on that song, dope, cheese and dope? He said, "Yo, bitch, give me." No, it was the I Choose You, the original one they did before they reused the beat for International Player. He said, "Man, he said you playing with my money when you lay on child support. Your baby mama give me half that on my card, give me half on my car note with your child support." Man, this is like I said, man. But Abdul Wahid Raheem Kareem Akbar Johnson, it is what it is, man. These people tell you who they are. That's the beautiful thing about social media. The criminals tell you they the criminals. The bank robbers tell you they're the bank robbers. The hoes tell you that they the hoes. They ain't got to do a video. Just read the comment section and see how many hoes champion what hoes are saying and side chicks are saying. They tell you who you are. The hoe ass niggas tell you they hoe ass niggas, man. The real niggas tell you that they do real nigga shit. That's the beauty about the internet. You get an opportunity. It's a vulnerable safe. If people feel like it's a vulnerable safe space for people. I seen a video of the dude that was, that did the video about him and his girlfriend living in the storage area, self-snitched on himself and got them kicked out the storage unit. Come on, man. Calvin Ford didn't have to say none of that shit. Calvin Ford could have just shut up and say, you know what, man, when the business is right on that side of things, then we can get it popping. Calvin Ford didn't have to say none of that. So it just ain't Shakur who just stick and move. You got Devin Lomachenko, and they ain't trying to fight. That mean that he can't box. He can't hang with them. They don't know how to cut the ring off, close the distance. And everybody be holding Tank up like he this great ass fighter, man. He's limited. And they know it. Come on, you got a pit bull. You ain't gonna let him just keep battling with poodles. Come on, he ain't gonna just keep battling with poodles. You gonna challenge him. You gonna put him in there with other dogs. Come on. So, but that's how you know they ain't fighting nobody, bro. But he's sitting out here and say, "Oh, they trying to be like me," and they trying. And you got to remember, all these dudes we named, not named Lomachenko, are younger than Gervonta Davis. All these dudes not named Lomachenko are younger than Gervonta Davis. Once again, all these dudes that's younger than Gervonta Davis. So how can he wait them out? Unless they just take a lot of punishment. Now, if they build their worth up and they become superstars, could Tank come back in them? Could. I wouldn't even look that nigga away. I ain't with the turn other cheek shit. You pay like you weigh. If you're a real nigga, you get real nigga energy back. I reciprocate real energy. If you a fake motherfucker, just get from around me. I ain't gonna sit here and argue with you, fight with you, go back and forth with you. No, man, I'm just gonna separate. I ain't gonna make a scene. I'm past that. Complaining don't get you nowhere. So either y'all can continue to support his fights or don't support him. It's simple as that. Y'all have the viewing power. Even when you stream it and we talk about it, it help them. It's when nobody's talking about the fight, it becomes a problem. It's when he ain't trending, it becomes a problem. And they gonna pull the same bullshit over at Amazon Prime. This ain't gonna last long, bro. This venture is not gonna last long. They have no more ponds to move around. They have no more ponds. They have no more ponds to move around. They have no more ponds to move around. David Benavidez and Tank Davis is their last two good fighters. The Barderas kid that was fighting under Brian Banner, he got knocked out. Right? Cobra got knocked out. Another one. Rayo got knocked out already too. The kid that Lubin beat, Abel Ramos, was looking like one of their best prospects. He got knocked off. Gary Anton Russell, you know what I'm saying? He's still going strong, but that's really about it. They ain't got no young prospects for real. Most of their contenders, they champions, old and beat up. Jamil Jamal, old and beat up. Errol Spence, old and beat up. Gary Russell, old and beat up. Leo Santa Cruz, old and beat up. Rick and Dowles, he ain't even still fucking with them no more. Donaire, old and beat up. Come on, Michelle Rivera lost. Keith Thurman, old and beat up. Sean Porter then retired. Danny Garcia, old and beat up. Marcus Brown then got beat up. Deontay Wilder then got beat down. They ain't got nobody left. Name them. Name them. Who they got left? Bud and Canelo really ain't no PBC fighters neither, if you want to say them. He said, I'm trying to see him fighting the ankle monitor. Man, it is what it is. That's what happens when you go back home. That's what happened. So, but that's just where we at with it. Yeah, David Morrell. Yeah, they got David Morrell Jr., but he ain't a needle mover though. Benavidez, you got any questions? I answer them real quick. Benavidez refusing to fight David Morrell Jr. He don't want to fight him neither. He talking about fighting Mobili. I don't know if I'm gonna upload that video tomorrow. He talking about fighting Mobili. What up, Scotty? Y'all subscribe to World Combat Sports. He talking about fighting Mobili. So, like I continue to say, bro, he said a lot, man, and that's how they moving. So hopefully Shakur ain't stupid enough to go sign over there trying to get a fight. Instead of cutting the ring off and learning how to cut the ring off and learning how to deal with a boxer like that. You know what I'm saying? Then also they both southpaws. So it's a lot of big no-nos in that. They, and Shakur been I'm a cook tank ass. They probably say, well, Tank's too short, his arm too small. And I mean, shit, Chavez Jr. had to wait till Mildred Taylor slowed down a little bit and start getting in his ass. Had Mildred Taylor just stuck and move, he was stick and move, he would have won that fight easy. But Tank ain't trying to go through no resistance. He almost 30 years old, 29 now, be 30 this year. When you ain't trying to go through no resistance, you pretty much you ain't gonna be no great fighter. Everybody had to overcome something. For sure. Travis Pure salute. He's a Billy trash though. He can't punch and move at the same time. Yeah, I just heard about him on a better BF card. Even his trainer said they aren't going to change his style. I'm talking about Mabili. He bring the pressure though. I'll give him that. He bring the pressure. He bring that pressure, but they basically said, yeah, Mabili's a good fight, but not David Morrell. I said, yeah. I'm like, yeah. We know what time it is. It's a lot of duck talk. You can't be, saying a nigga ducking you and you ducking somebody else. Come on. So he said Tank's scary for real. Yeah, he's scary for real. Talking about he a gorilla and he a nigga, man. And it always be the loudest niggas start popping the most shit that be the most scariest. Like I said, I got some questions I answer. That little line he said in that interview, that's all you needed to hear, bro. That's all you needed to hear. Well, we ain't gonna fight him because we can't knock him out because he moved too much. That's what he said, basically. Like, okay. What happened to cutting the ring off and closing the distance and beating the hell out of him? Shakur Stevenson feather fisted, let y'all tell it. PBC, the model not gonna last too much longer, dog. I'd be surprised if they made it. They made it to 2 years on Amazon Prime. I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. If PBC Amazon go for a full 2 years, I'd be surprised. Real talk, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. I don't think it will. Everybody then got knocked off. Everybody then lost. Niggas then got old. All their grandfather, the HBO fighters is done. They done. Come on. He said no big fights announced in January. It's almost over. Yeah, they gunning for the December 30th. I mean March 30th. It was originally Dan Rayfeld reported it was supposed to be Lubin taking on Tim Tszyu as the opening on regular Amazon Prime. But now that fell apart. Now they saying Tank Davis. Now they saying Tank Davis is gonna be fighting Frank Martin, is the rumor. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they saying. So you know, it's disorganized. It's a black business and it's run like a Negro business, disorganized. It is, but you know, and Tank, he'll talk shit and he'll go hide or whatever, but he know what the deal is, man. So we knew we wasn't gonna see him. Uh, we ain't gonna see him fight nobody, bro. And if he do, shit, it's gonna be down the line. So he can't age these guys out, but that is what it is, man. That's just boxing today, bro. A lot of fighters feel the same way that they don't believe they can win, they ain't gonna win. So, he said, "What's Killer Smeeze, what's going on, bro?" So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I ain't got no questions, man. They getting rid of Google Podcasts, so I don't know when that's gonna be done. But you can listen to this probably in the morning on Amazon Music. I was on Amazon first before PBC. But yeah, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's a bunch of them, man. Shout out to everybody watching on YouTube, Kick, Twitch, X. You want to donate to the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. That's in link tree roll at the bottom of the screen as well too. He said Lawrence Nielsen says, I don't know why these people keep paying to see these guys fight. If you see he trash, then you trolling. You seen then you trolling, and that's if you. I don't know what he trying to say, but I mean, at the end of the day, dog. I mean, people. I mean, I don't know who paying for them. You don't know if the numbers real or not real, but I mean, it's always going to be a consumer. And a lot of guys get buyer's remorse. That's just the truth. The truth about it. A lot of guys get buyer's remorse. So, but shout out to everybody for watching. Thumbs up the video, share the video. Peace.